are planting garlic. We spent most of the weekend, except for time trick-or-treating with our kids, building our beds. We have to shovel out walkways so rainwater and stuff can drain out. But we do that, and then we cover the beds with this fabric. It's called landscape fabric, and it just keeps the weeds out of there. So this one's already done. It's got all the holes we need in there, ready to go. And I have two kinds of garlic that we're going to plant this morning. I've got another kind that's up at the house that's not ready yet, but let me show you if I can turn my camera on. You soak it overnight in water and something called fish emulsion. It stinks really, really bad. But the fish emulsion is like a fertilizer. It just helps the plants have a good start. So each one of these little cloves, when we plant it, will grow into a full head of garlic in the springtime. So that's the plan for today. Bye-bye, okra. Okay, so I've got most of the farm behind me. I'm going to turn my camera in a minute and show you guys all of what we are growing. It changes depending on the time of year. So right now, since we're going into fall and winter, a lot of our crops are fall and winter crops. In the summer, we grow more things like tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, that kind of stuff. So you'll see different things depending on what the season is. So let me turn us around and I'll show. Okay, this is where the okra and our snacking peppers were. You just saw earlier that we mowed those down today. The plan is we're going to cover all of this space here with one of these plastic tarps and let all of the goodies and the leftover parts of the plant break down and produce healthy soil for us to plant it in the spring. And I'll just kind of go bed by bed. This is some of our head lettuce. It's called New Red Fire. It's very sweet, very crunchy. It's something that our customers like a lot. So we've got part of a bed of that, and then down here we have some other greens. This is called Swiss chard, and my kids like this sliced up really thin and put in their scrambled eggs in the morning. It's super healthy for you, and when I cook it that way, they can't even taste it. So, but you see how pretty the stems are? Some are red, some are yellow, some are even pink. And all the way down here on this end, all the rest of this row, this is our kale. This is a curly kale. Super, super healthy for you. We have lots of families and customers that will buy this and use it in a juicing machine, or they will use it in a salad or saute it and cook it with their dinner. So that's something else that we grow. I'm going to step over here. These two beds that are empty used to be our fall and winter squash. We planted acorn squash and butternut squash and delicata, and all of that was harvested and pulled out before this last frost because the squash plants won't survive a hard freeze like that. So these next few spots are our cauliflower. They aren't quite forming heads just yet, but they will very soon. Right here in the very middle is where you'll see the white cauliflower come through. So we had a big order for those, you can see. And then we had a big order for cabbages. And we keep the cabbages under the netting like this. Let me get you a good shot. We keep them under the nets like this so the caterpillars don't get to them. There's a moth that lays its larvae, or like a little green caterpillar, called a cabbage leaper. and they absolutely love cabbage, and they'll even go after broccoli and cauliflower too, but cabbage is their favorite. And we put the net over them so that they can't nibble on the leaves. We'll be able to take that off soon now. Next spots here and here. This is all broccoli. It's one of our family's favorite things to eat. My daughter likes it raw. My boys like it cooked. And we also had a big order put in for this as well. So these will start putting on crowns here in a little bit, and we'll be able to harvest those and sell them. Here is what's left of our bed of beets. This is another one that folks really like if you've never had a beet. Let me see if I can pull one. This is a baby one. It's not quite big enough, but it's a root crop. And it's very, very healthy for you. You can eat the leaves if you want. Most people will use the bottom part, the root, and they'll roast it or they'll juice with it. My favorite way to eat them is roasted with salt and pepper. They have kind of a sweet taste. So if you've never tried beets, maybe next time you go to the grocery store, ask your mom or dad or whoever you're shopping with if you can try some roasted beets, just for something different. All of this is our salad mix lettuce. We do our own salad mix with different varieties of lettuce for color and variety and texture and all that. And when we package it, it looks like what you would buy at Walmart in a little bag. So we've got different colored leaves. You can see they're all real pretty. But this is ready to harvest for our customers this week. Let me go across this way. This is another type of kale. This is called Red Russian kale. And you can see it's real pretty. It's got that purple stripe down the middle. You can grow it big like we are right here, or you can grow it really small as like a baby leaf. You can sell it either way. Folks like them for different reasons. Sometimes the big ones are better to cook with, and the baby ones are better for salads. This is arugula, and this is, a lot of times this will be in a salad mix. It has a really strong peppery flavor. It's kind of spicy. My kids don't really like it, but I know a lot of grown-ups that do. So that's something else that we grow. Here you can barely see. Let me see if I can zoom in on one. Right there. Any guesses what that might be? I'm going to tell you, it's green onions. They're just barely starting to grow up, but we have a whole bed section of them right here, and then a whole nother bed section of them way back there. So that's what those are. And then down this way we have, let me see if I have any guesses about what these are. Can you see? Any guesses? I'm going to pull one out. If you said radishes, you are right. This is a type called a French breakfast radish. We grow these, and sometimes we grow something called an Easter egg radish, and those are super cool. I wish I had some to show you. They're different colors. They come in purple and pink and red and white, and they look really pretty in a bunch. But lots of people use these on their salads. You can also roast them and use them in place of potatoes. So that's something else that we grow. Last thing, oh, here's more beets. These are babies. They won't be ready for a few weeks yet because these were just seeded. But last thing I'm going to show you is in this bed. I'm going to pull one out. Any guesses? This is a turnip. This is a type called a Hakurei turnip. It's used in salads mostly. It has kind of a sweet flavor, and I think it tastes like a mix, like a cross between a radish and a carrot. It's kind of sweet and kind of spicy at the same time. We grow a lot of these in the fall and in the spring as well, so that's the other thing that we have growing. You might see what's left over. Zoom in. That's the leftovers of our melon patch. We are going to go pick all those up and then deliver them down the road to my neighbor who raises pigs, and the piggies will get all kinds of treats. the farm. Oh, here comes Mr. Brown on the tractor. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, I'm going to show you guys inside our greenhouse. This is the one we have left standing. Whew, it's hot in here. Okay, so we're in the greenhouse, and this center row here that's covered up behind these blankets, this is where we are growing our fall tomatoes, and we put these blankets up at night to help hold in some heat because tomatoes are a warm weather crop. And if you can see all the way down, they're doing pretty good. The bad news is, in the mornings when the sun pokes out and it starts to get warm in here, I have to come through and take their blanket off. But they look pretty good. We've also got some eggplant that are still hanging in here. And see that pretty little purple flower. There's our tomatoes all uncovered. On this side is where we have what's left of our bell peppers. You can see we've got quite a few on there. They're super yummy. I might take this one up to the house. Ta-da! Put that on my salad for lunch. But all these right here are big bells. Okay, time to feed chickens. Walk all the way out here. We have our meat birds, our broilers, in a Joel Salatin style chicken tractor. We made it out of leftover pieces, so it's kind of ugly, but it serves its purpose. And they are hungry. Hey guys! You ready for breakfast? Okay, let's see. So we have like 3 groups of birds that need to be fed every morning. These guys in the tractor, a group of chickens by the house, ducks by the house, and then our big chickens down in the coop. And as you can see, they're happy hungry. Okay, time to feed the cows. Grab feed. Couldn't find my bucket this morning, so we just have the leftover feed bag. Hoo-wee! Come on, girls! Turn you around so you can see them. They come running. Hey, girls! Hey, girls! Hey! How are you this morning, huh? How are you this morning? Fence unlocked. Hey! Hey! How are you? How are you? Come on. Hi, Louise. Alright, turn you around. Now I can see. I know. You're ready. You're ready. Hey. Hey, girls, come on. Hop, hop. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Excited. Now, one thing I want to share is even though I'm in here with these girls and they're super friendly and they're used to me, I still have to be very careful when I'm around them because they're each probably about 500 to 600 pounds. Ninja's the smallest, but the 2 brown and white cows, they're easily 500 pounds, and if they got excited or started running or playing or something like that, they could accidentally really hurt me. So I always have to be mindful of where they are, and I move real slow around them. just have to be careful, because even though they're friendly, they're still wild animals. Well, kind of, sort of wild. But they're big, and you just always have to be cautious. And I tell my kids the same thing. They know they never come in to the cattle pen or this side of the pasture without me or their dad. And it's just to keep them safe and make sure no accidents happen. Look at these stinkers. Get my camera to focus. It's not going to. Those chickens are supposed to be in there, but they're here.